Welcome back to another episode of PA Whiskey Guys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jesse.
What's happening in?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah. Trout season. You been out fishing at all?
Yeah, a couple times here and there when the weather cooperates.
Yeah.
It last Thursday, as at the time we're recording this, not sure when this one's gonna get released. We are a little bit behind, so you might be hearing this a couple weeks after I actually did go fishing, whatever. But yeah, been out.
Playing a little catch up on this, we are.
Yeah. Busy. It's been busy for you guys, for John, who's not with us again because he's traveling.
Yeah, John, where you at, man?
So
we're looking for you. We got a spot here.
Yeah.
You know, this whiskey's going. Well, you're just not tasting it, I guess.
I'm sure he's got some new bottles for us to try. He's probably been purchasing some.
I'm sure he does. But with that fishing, I haven't been trout fishing probably in 5-6 years.
Yeah, I gotta get you out there. I've been exploring some new spots now that camp's open. I'm staying up in that area.
Yeah,
it's a shorter drive. Go back to camp for the night, and the last spot I was at was pretty awesome.
Yeah, good.
But this weather that we got this week is not helping.
No,
the rivers are blown out.
No,
they're muddy. Looks like chocolate milk out there.
Yeah, we went from cold, then we went to hot. Then we were cold nights, warm days.
Yep. Then
all this rain.
Yep.
We haven't plateaued yet.
Yep. With more rain coming.
Oh. I know yesterday was beautiful, and then that grass is just getting higher and higher.
Yep. Good old Pennsylvania weather in the spring.
I have to call on the sickle to cut it.
Yeah.
So I want to hurry up and get into this one because this is another bottle and bond.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
So we're going to be doing the Henry McKenna Single Barrel Bottle and Bond. This is aged 10 years, and it is a 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. We picked this up, and it's 100 proof. Well, being with the bottle and bond.
Yep.
100 proof.
Yep.
We picked this up about a year ago now.
Yeah.
And that's when we opened it, so it's been open since then. So it's been open a while, been able to air out.
It's pretty available here in PA. It was hard to come by probably about 2 years ago when I first learned about it. I didn't know much about it back then. I think every time I've gone to the old good old liquor store around here, it's been on the shelves. I actually have never purchased a bottle of this.
Oh.
It's probably my third maybe time tasting it.
Wow.
A couple other people that we know have it.
Yeah.
Tried your bottle once before, obviously, and it's good. It's a good bottle. I'm definitely excited to get into it today. Now
I want to say though, when I picked this up, at the current time, I was not finding it in Pennsylvania.
No.
So we picked this up in New York.
Yeah.
About a year ago.
About a year ago, I think in June. When we went away to Quinn to actually go fishing, which we didn't do because of weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. So
it's around.
But now I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's around. I've seen it every time I've gone.
Yeah, the end of last year I started seeing it more and more.
Yeah.
Around the state. Still not in my local store, but
no.
In
actually,
I have seen it in premium stores.
I'm trying to think down the road here, less than a mile away from the house here. I don't know if it is there. I think it is actually down at that one, but you never know. Sometimes that little store down here gets Blanton's, so it's a little strange.
Yeah.
For the people that like Blanton's, of course.
Well, who doesn't?
This bottle is also, our last episode that we did was the Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage.
Oh, yeah.
This is also Henry McKenna is also produced or distilled by Heaven Hill.
Yes.
I know Heaven Hill has a couple different places where they do it. Like I think the main is in Bardstown. This one actually says it's in Louisville, the Bernheim Distillery in Louisville.
Oh wow!
So, which is obviously where they make Bernheim as well. So, but it's named after Henry McKenna. He was an Irish immigrant. He began distilling in 1855 in Kentucky. He adapted his family's Irish whiskey recipe to suit Kentucky grains, which not sure back then. That sounds pretty interesting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, it is in Bardstown, Kentucky, where Heaven Hill is. So, you know, this whiskey, as Chris mentioned, it does follow the Bottled and Bond Act. It won numerous awards, including the best single barrel bourbon at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, which I believe is like the top competition to enter.
I think we've mentioned that before because I wanted to know why it was way out there and not in Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't remember. We never researched it.
No.
You know,
no.
I know that one, there's the World Whiskey Festival or whatever competition. That's another popular one, but
yeah.
that also brings like Scotch into the mix, I think.
There's got to be something local we can go to.
Yeah.
You know, on the East Coast here.
They just have some, you know, not competitions, but they have festivals that go on. We missed one in February, which was, I can't think of the name of it, but we did miss one. It was going to be, I mean, it was a 4-hour ride for us, give or take, up in Buffalo, New York.
Oh,
which is not the best area in middle of February with the snow they've been getting this year, or that snow that they got. So
yeah,
we kind of passed on it. I wish we could have went. You know, maybe we'll go next year because a lot of good places. You know, a lot of distilleries go there. So
yeah, nice to see the new things coming out and
yeah.
You know, first hands-on new products.
Yeah, we don't have much opportunity here in PA to get to a lot of things. Bourbon's popular, whiskey's popular, but for festival-wise or stuff like that, we're not going to get it here.
No.
Not too much. So.
All right.
Yeah, let's dive into this one.
Yeah, I want to get in. Let's do the nose.
Like I said, it's been... I only had this a couple times, so... You know, right off the bat for me, it's like the... You know... The what you want your bourbon to smell like, you know?
It's like a staple.
Like
bourbon.
the vanilla I'm getting, you know, the brown sugar notes and the caramel and... You know, that whole baking spice package, if you will.
Yeah. And for me, it's a funnel cake. It's that confectionery sugar on the funnel cake.
Yeah, I'm getting a sweetness. You know, getting that sweetness there.
I do pick up the caramel and the oak.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the oak. It comes in on the, you know, on the nose. It's a good nose for sure.
Oh, it's another great one. This is one I've talked about it before. Neat on the rocks, in an old fashioned.
Yeah, I could imagine an old fashioned. I would.
Yeah.
Be very interesting in that. I think this bottle is like $65, $70.
Oh yeah, the price. Yeah,
I think it's up there.
I mean, it's $65, $70.
A little bit expensive mixer, but
to me, I wouldn't even. This one I don't want to put in an old fashioned.
No.
This one I wouldn't even want to put it on the rocks. Now water may open it up a little bit, but
yeah, I typically don't.
I think it's great neat. I think it's
neat,
great as
neat,
it is.
Or you know, again, if we're mixing up an old fashioned or something like that, which I have used. I've used Woodford Double Oak in an old fashioned, and that was really sweet.
Yeah,
you know, sweeter than the average ones. You know,
I feel you'd pull a lot of that out too.
But yeah, this one's good on the nose for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's got your classic taste though. I think it's not, like we've mentioned, it's not complex. It's very...
No, it's definitely different than the Evan Williams, which is the same mash bill, believe it or not, that we tried in our last episode.
I think we mentioned too, we haven't done too many we've done Heaven and Hills, but no Heaven and Hill products alone.
No.
Like with their name on it.
No.
But I'm interested to see what their mash bills are across.
I think
all their products.
I think they're all fairly the same.
Okay.
Honestly, till you get into like the old Fitz and stuff like that, which is totally different because I think most of those are weeded.
Oh, okay. So we still have yet to find one that's as complicated as that Four Roses was.
Yeah, that's totally different. I agree with you. That's super complex. I mean, you said this isn't super complex here, but it's definitely more complex than the Evan Williams.
Yes, yeah.
And the same mash bill. I know it is. It's about, on average 2 years older. You know, depending on the Evan Williams bottle that you can find or whatever. But
completely different profile though.
I'm getting a little bit more heat. Obviously, it's 100 proof. You know, I'm getting that spice from the heat, not heat in general, but I'm getting a spice. I mean, it's damn tasty.
Yes, it is.
Again, vanilla, sweet vanilla, or, you know, as Chris said, the confectionery sugar.
You get that on the palate.
Getting oak. I'm getting more oak. Yeah. Again, the age. I like it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's crazy that I've never bought a bottle of this, you know. Although, again, it was kind of hard to find for a while, you know. I do know a few people that have it, though.
Yeah. And now that it's available, or more available.
Definitely have to get one.
Yeah, I enjoy the palate on this one. I still get a finish of almonds. Because I feel like almonds, it's definitely a nutty finish, but it's sweet. So I can associate it to an almond.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of people that drink Heaven Hill products, they say it has like that, a distinct nuttiness to it, or like peanut, like a circus peanut, like, which is, I'm getting, it's not gonna sound weird, but you'll probably understand the reference, and especially those that are listening that are familiar with it. When I say circus peanut, like, you get that brown bag of peanuts and you crack the shell, and you get that little earthiness, and the peanut, like, it's, you know, you get that earthiness. I'm getting an earthiness almost on the finish, but it's on the palate, but it's almost on the finish.
Like a natural one, like an unsalted.
Yeah.
Just a straight up.
Unsalted, natural peanut.
Yep.
I hear this referenced often, which is why I was bringing it up. I don't drink enough Heaven Hill products regularly to distinguish that for myself personally. But I am getting it here, you know, because I know that they talk about it, and I am getting the, you know, the earthiness or the dusty shell of the peanut. Mm-hmm. And there's sweetness there too, though, you know, which is, you know, probably vanilla, brown sugarish.
I'm gonna also like with those peanuts, the reference to the steakhouses where you could throw the shells on the floor back in the. I don't know.
Texas Roadhouse
was
here.
Was it Texas?
Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, I think they still do that actually.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't go there often, but I think they still do that.
Yeah, was that I think there was one down where I used to live called the Peddler. It wasn't a chain.
Yeah, it wasn't a chain.
It was the same kind of concept, but it was that it had that aroma.
Yeah.
Throughout the building. Yep. That shell.
Yep.
So I definitely pick up what you're saying there. I tell you what though, this whole palate, like I can't even. It's good. This is
It's very, very good.
A very tasty, sweet. It's not overly sweet, but it's there.
I don't think it's sweet compared to some of the other ones that we've had.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Yeah, it's well balanced for sure.
Yeah, very well balanced. Again, there's nothing deep to dig for on this. All the flavors are up front and center.
They come out at you. You know?
And they last. They last a good bit. And then on that end, I still just get that almond finish. Like that dry, bitter, but it's a little sweet. Like nut. Very good.
Yeah, this is recommended for sure. I would recommend it to anybody.
Oh, yeah. If you find a bottle of this, again, I think we've said this about all of them. But...
Yeah, we said that in past episodes. We're not going to really pick something. We pick stuff that we want to try and everything like that. We're not, we're not even close to being, a big enough podcast to have distillery send us stuff, Mm-mm. So our reviews are on stuff that we like,
Honest reviews on things that we...
Yeah.
Either A, we've had them before, so we know we're going to like them, or...
Very true.
A lot of things I haven't had yet. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion about them.
Yeah.
That rye a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Our first open of it, terrible. Yeah. Put it down completely. Our second one, it was still light, but it came around a little bit, I think, after it sat, or after I didn't have so much to drink.
Yeah, you'll burn your palate out trying so many things. So, that's definitely a common thing. So
yeah, I like this one though. Very good. I'm gonna have to pick up another bottle definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one myself next time I'm out and about.
All right,
just to have on hand or whatever. So,
and with the 10-year bottle and bond, it's one of the longest aged bottle and bonds.
Yeah,
it's definitely not the oldest, because what I looked up earlier, that 19-year-old was at the Fitz.
Old Fitz, 19.
Say, the old Fitz.
I mean, that's an untouchable bottle for most people. 19
Bottle and Bond.
You know?
But other than that, I mean, 10 years is a staple for Bottle and Bond's 4 years. That's what they're required to do.
Yep. I'm trying to think what other Bottle and Bonds. Heaven Hill, actually, their Bottle and Bond 7 year.
Yeah, yep.
You know, it'd be a good comparison, this to that.
Yeah.
You know, almost close in age.
They got to be, if not the same mash bill.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is.
So, unless they run their own mash bill for their products, but I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm not up to spec on all the mash bills, and sometimes they're disclosed anyway, so you don't even know them. But
and I have one. Maybe we could do. We still have to do that Bottle and Bond.
A comparison between with all different
Bottle and
Bonds. Yep.
Do a little blind with Bottle and Bond. We want to do the
we could do a Heaven Hill podcast. I mean,
yeah.
We I'm still waiting for the Elijah Craig. I have last year's all 3 barrel proofs of last year. I didn't buy this year's. I think I've only seen the first release, the A125.
I have a barrel. I have the barrel proof, I think.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the barrel proof.
That's
ones.
Is that an A or a B? I think
they do A, B, and C.
I forget which one I have.
A, B, and C they do for them.
I'm going to say it's an A because I got it early.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, so it's probably A125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I have all last year's. I have all the 24s. So.
Alright, well.
But yeah.
Thumbs up on this Henry McKenna.
Yep, thumbs up for me too, for sure.
And, alright, well, we'll wrap this up then. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jesse.
And we'll catch you with your cork out.